Take 5,000 at 9:30 p.m. because why not? Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Artsy. Yes, me. I'm back with another video. Who would have thought, right? We are here today to work on a collab that I started my own lonesome, because here's the thing. When you're inspired and you are invited to do one collaboration, you can't just do one. It's kind of like eating rice or eating your feelings. You can't just have one grain of rice or eating one feeling. So here we are doing another one. So here is where I'm going to aggressively promote all of the amazing content creators who decided to join in my nonsense. And if you haven't met them, you will soon. And all of the descriptions will be linked below. And I hope that you like and subscribe to their amazing vibes. But today, friends, let's get started. It occurs to me that I never really said what the collaboration was. I just said that I was doing a collab, and then I was featuring people who were part of the collab and didn't really say what it was, but I'm pretty sure that future Artsy, future me, a couple hours from now is going to have this amazing thumbnail explaining what it is. So without doing the cyclical explanation that I tend to do, because that's my jam, we are working on a core suffix collaboration. You know, the thing that I love to hate in Animal Crossing. If you can recall, in previous videos, in previous live streams, I used to rag on the core suffix all the time because its categorization capabilities are kind of ridiculous. It's not the Dewey Decimal System, you know? And it's so you would call something nature core and someone would be like, oh no, that's definitely tropicore, or, you know, where does the line start? Where does it end, friends? It could be coffee core, yarn core, plaid core, whatever. But I know for a fact that core as a suffix in Animal Crossing, once you title a core as a theme for your island, people understand what you're talking about. And so this started like resonating in my brain at 3 in the morning because I see 3 a.m. way too often these days. It's kind of like that toxic friend that you keep as a Facebook friend because of the drama that they cause, and then you're not much on Facebook anyway. And it gets you thinking about the good old days, back when you took sleep for granted, back before you became subservient to the needs of a sapient potato. And because I'm a millennial and grew up in the age of social media, back when it was, you know, social, I thought about those times in Facebook and in MySpace and LiveJournal. I didn't use LiveJournal. You think about your top 8, your stickers, the online quizzes that told millions of people that they were uniquely the same, like Disney princess, the same high school archetype, and you inputted the HTML code to let everyone else know that this was one animal that defined you as a person. So here I constantly am at 3 a.m. And on the specific 3 a.m., I wondered, what core am I? Not the island themes that I enjoy designing, because I like to try new things, and for better or worse. But, you know, which core represented Artsy? Not Artsy core, but represented me as a person. I ended up using Daisy, my birthday twin, as my placeholder in Happy Home Paradise because I believe that Happy Home Paradise is the best tool in Animal Crossing when it comes to collaborations, especially when you don't have to go to Spicy Islands to pick up your stuff. You don't have to worry about space. I know that we don't have terraforming or waterscaping as a capability, but when you want to just design a thing, and especially when you want to make something about you, you can use Happy Home Paradise. So the core that I picked for myself was Cozy Beach Core. It's totally fitting for a vacation home anyway. And you're probably really surprised by that, like artsy core? What sort of vibe is that? Because you'd think with an illustrator or a comic artist, maybe it's like, you know, a messy office, or a chaotic, nature vibe, because you know how I love nature in a place in Korea where pollution is constantly a problem. But the reason why cozy beachcore really settles with me, it has to do with my growing up in Virginia. I grew up in a place where, the Smithsonian Museum was my every Saturday over the summer, or the Baltimore Aquarium. And then there was like 1 week, maybe 1.5 weeks of the year, my very large family would rent these beach houses on stilts at Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. The stilted large beach house rentals easily housed like 12 adults and 7 kids. And the way that I think about this cozy beachcore vibe is that it's the way that these homes smell. It's like it's a rental home. I don't know how to describe that smell to you, but it's like the wooden walls, the shaggy carpeting, the mixed furniture pieces and cutlery that somehow seem to all fit together. The windows were open even on rainy days to get that really nice, acrid, salty sea air to fill your nostrils while you ate watermelon and lime popsicles. I feel like cozy beachcore is totally my vibe because as I've gotten older, I've wanted to travel to places to do absolutely nothing. Like, I don't want an itinerary. I don't want to go see what makes places great because I already know that they're great. It's more just I want to settle in and feel what a native feels. I want to enjoy the day as it is. And so when we went to Ireland for our much belated honeymoon, my favorite moments that I had with my husband were in the rental cottages during rainy days and sipping coffee until the afternoon, like those lull moments. And now that we have a little one, I want to replicate this feeling of contentment in traveling without that itinerary, spending time with each other during the off days of the trip when the weather isn't meant to be enjoyed outdoors. Stormy beach days are incredibly underrated. They're perfect for airing out a place, drinking a warm beverage, heating up leftovers, watching bad movies, reading trashy beach novels, sleeping all day, getting laundry done, doing whatever that makes you happy and you feel content. I have these aspirations to create cozy reading nooks in various parts of the house because sometimes you just need to have a couch. We have way too many couches in our house. Well, too many is kind of it's questionable. I don't think there's such a thing as too many couches. But I think back on the family beach trips and I realized that I'm not a go into the water sort of beach person. I like to sit in the sand and have the water come in and have me sink. Did anyone do that as a kid? You stand in the center of where the water comes in and the sand meets from the beach and you see how far you sink in before you ultimately fall. And cozy beachcore to me really does put emphasis on a bad weather day, and bad weather in the sense that you probably shouldn't be outside during a thunderstorm in a place that has a lot of water or is very windy and has the capacity to be dangerous. But I like to think back at those really young years and why I think that really resembles me, because I like going to places that really don't have photographic evidence of us going, because you know it's a family vacation. It's one that you take every year. Photos don't often occur, and it's that sort of feeling that stays in your heart for the rest of your life. It's the nostalgia of looking back at those really magical, perfect moments, so that even if your childhood wasn't all that great, or perhaps it was tumultuous and dramatic at times, that there are those perfect little moments that are mismatched with all the cutlery and all the cups, and you know, the smell of you know, wet swimsuits that are drying on the rack, and you know, sandwiches with American cheese food product, and you know, meat if you partake. And I think back on that. I think, how can I share this with the family that I'm growing? How can I explain this feeling of being okay exactly with where you are, with accepting the bad weather by airing out where you're at? I'm not sure how to end this, aside from the fact that I'm really looking forward to what the other collaborators created. I'm really excited to see what core they feel defines them the most, especially if they are, you know, some of them are very specific with the sort of builds that they share on their channels. So again, I'm going to aggressively promote their amazing content. And if you would, because I'm really bad and really awkward at you know, asking for this, please be sure to, you know, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, do the same for the other content creators. And with that, friends, I'll see you later. Stay artsy, stay beautiful. Talk to you later.